So we got Revenge of the World Tour next. That would be the next one. Would be Revenge versus World Tour.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep the same cast or do we want to flip some out?
I'm just gonna keep the same cast.
Do we want to keep the same cast? So
Yeah,
so I think some of the ones that get left out that are put in All Stars get put in the Redemption cast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do that. Okay.
It's like the Redemption cast can literally just be everyone who hasn't merged yet.
So I do have the teams. Harry shared some stuff with me. Do we want to like just talk about the teams, or we just want to make our hypothetical teams?
Up to you. I have no idea what the teams are based on.
I don't want to share too much without getting in trouble with Harry.
Yeah,
I don't know how much.
A good idea.
Yeah, same.
Let's just do hypotheticals.
We'll do hypotheticals. So it's the same. It's 3 teams. It's 3 teams, but like one team has like 1 less player. So I think we should actually add someone to that cast to like fill it out.
There's 20 in there. I think it's 10 and 10. If Harry's smart, it'd be 10 and 10.
We'll just assume it's 10 and 10.
Yeah.
Out of the ones that aren't, so the All Stars hasn't happened yet. So the likes of Mike, Zoe, who else is not? I think everyone else from Revenge was.
You could have Sam in it, actually.
Sam.
Everyone kept putting memes in the Reddit as though Sam was in.
Dude, wouldn't Sam be a really good candidate? Like, wouldn't Mike be a better candidate for this season? Honestly,
that depends on how the.
I'm between Mike and honestly, I'm between Mike and Sky for who would be a better candidate.
I think you could have some interesting like Sky and Dave redemption arc. You know.
Yeah, but Dave's in this season. I bet he does pretty well.
Yeah.
I reckon Dave having a redemption arc without Sky would probably be better.
Okay, so
No, but I think it's a good idea to have like Dave kind of like grow from that experience and then kind of like very much like he's kind of moved on from Sky, but now he's like
in our hypothetical season, Dave and Sky are technically together at this point.
Well, here's a list of who's not in it at the moment. Like if we add one more.
Okay.
Mike, Zoe, Rodney, Leonard, Sky, Sam, and Scarlett.
The names you just said, I think Sky, Rodney, and Mike are the 3 best candidates for the season with what our hypotheticals are right now.
Mike is a good first boot.
Yeah, but also
Mike really depends on what you plan on doing with him with the Mal arc. But if this is this is pre-all stuff.
Why not do Rodney? So I think Rodney will be added in our hypothetical universe because Rodney is not crazy this time.
So can't we just make the teams like the cast they came from, or no?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Why not just split them off? Why not split them off by like order they came in? So it's like first place.
I don't know. I like
2 seasons.
I like the idea that it's Pahkitew versus Revenge.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's actually kind of a like you would like to see interactions between both casts. So if you want to switch it,
but like.
Why not make an interesting dynamic where they like swap every other episode or something? Yeah, it's 20 players, so we'd be doing a 21-person cast. It would be 7-7-7.
I guess, yeah.
And then we've got 11. We did 11 Pahkitew and 10 Revenge players. I think we split the twins up this time.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we split the twins.
Room on their own.
And I think when Pahkitew Topher's like working with Sammy or something like that, so I think we split Topher off.
Would you put Max in like a different dynamic in this season?
I would put Max with Sugar. I would put Max with Sugar and Joe.
Okay, yeah.
Because Max would want someone would take Max as like a perfect ally and perfect like that perfect number 2.
Joe could do it because Max is an idiot.
Because the villain can use Max, basically.
I think Sugar. Why not have Sugar versus Joe? Like villainy plot would be good.
Yeah,
they could both try to take charge of the team and be the villains.
Yeah.
Of the team, and whoever Max chooses to help.
Hear about let's split Joe, Sugar, and Amy up. The Joe and Sugar lead their team somewhat well, and then Amy just crashes and burns.
Okay.
After like her recent dominance in Pahkitew, then she just crashes and burns in this season. So I see her be like a kind of an early boot.
I feel like you couldn't really. I don't know what you would do with Anne Maria necessarily.
I feel like you make her
could
a
have
better
rivalry.
Eva.
Like the
You
way
make her
she
just a
was revenge,
really good
she
challenge
was,
piece.
you could just make her have a rivalry with somebody, anybody, and then like,
Yeah.
cause she had that thing with Zoe, and then and basically in revenge, and then she got eliminated because of just double elimination BS.
I think we put Topher with Joe and Max. I think Amy and Lightning would be a fun dynamic.
I mean, I know Revenge World Tour has the whole Topher Amy thing going on, which is pretty,
Okay, I'll put Topher with Amy.
I think
And then we reunite
that's
Joe
a
with
pretty
Lightning.
genius
We
idea,
reunite
honestly.
Joe with Lightning. This is what helps carry Joe. She gets 2 idiots and Max and Lightning do her bidding.
They could learn to work together properly this time.
Yeah,
Max and Lightning interactions.
I'll put Brick with
beautiful.
Sugar and Sammy. I think we put Dawn and B together and have them be like a duo. I think Dawn with Amy.
They were good in early.
I think Dawn and B with Amy and Topher would be solid.
How are you gonna do Scott?
I'm figuring this out.
This is pre All Stars, right?
Yes.
This is pre All Stars.
What if Scott was like full idiot like he was in All Stars, and then by the time All Stars rolls around, he ends up with a really good mix of the two?
Okay, I'm just gonna put Scott with Dawn and B. That's something Chris would do.
Hey Dawn, AB, remember this dude? How
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna put Stacy with Joe and
Lightning. You remember when I got you eliminated?
I'm gonna put Jasmine with Sammy. That group. Okay, that fills out that team with the Pahkitew group that I need. Anne Maria can go into that team.
Okay.
Actually, no, I've already got 4 girls. I need 2 boy revenge players here because I've got no guy revenge characters left.
Alright, so.
Oh, that's why, because it's just Brick, B, and Lightning. And Scott. There's only 4 revenge guys.
True.
And Cameron. Oh, Cameron. I forgot about Cameron.
Oh, Cameron exists in the season.
Cameron's forgettable.
Cameron.
Oh, and Rodney.
Cameron
I have Rodney. I forgot we had Rodney.
World Tour, isn't he?
Yeah. There's the genders are balanced.
How did you guys feel about this team? Sugar, Sammy, Brick, Ella, Jasmine, Cameron, and Rodney.
That sounds solid.
Wait, say it
You're either going to repeat that for me or put it in text.
Okay, Sugar, Sammy, Brick, Ella, Jasmine, Cameron, and Rodney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Sugar and Ella on a team could be cool.
Sugar and Ella. What if Ella actually gets a backbone this season?
Yeah, that'd have to be a thing.
Yeah, that would be
interesting. See, that's 6.
And then
I need
she
1
ends up
more.
getting Sugar eliminated or something.
Yeah, I like the idea.
You're a perfect candidate for this team. Okay, here's my next team.
Ella
Amy,
is actually decent.
Here's my next team that I got. Amy. This is the team where Amy crashes and burns.
Nice.
Amy, Topher, Dawn, B, Scott, Sean, and Anne Maria.
I really like that, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing 1. I've got Joe, Max, Lightning, Stacy, Beardo, and Dave. I'm missing 1.
Did Rodney?
I've got Rodney in team 2.
Where's Dakota?
Oh, it's Dakota. Yeah, that's who I'm missing. Okay. I've got text to VC. Joe, Max, Lightning, Stacy, Beardo, Dave, and Dakota.
Yeah.
Team 1. Sugar, Sammy, Brick, Ella, Jasmine, Cameron, Rodney, team 2. Amy, Topher, Dawn, B, Scott, Sean, and Anne Maria, team 3. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, that's
decent. The first thing I think of here is that Dakota kind of looks out of place. In that team. That could just be a thing that they're doing that could happen, or like you could put her in a more fitting team. But
Dakota can go with the Amy Topher team if you want.
Do we want to maybe flip Dakota and Anne Maria? Dakota and Anne Maria flip.
Anne Maria would like
Yeah, I think that'd work. Okay, I'll flip that. Okay. Do we want Stacy as just a classic first boot?
Pretty much. She wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Stacy.
I really don't know what else Stacy would even do.
She would feel like,
yeah.
Or maybe, okay.
After that. Great grandfather, easy.
And that team's got 2 first boots on it.
Yeah, well, Beardo actually had.
They could be the final 2 in the elimination.
We can't pull a Team Victory because Team Victory really do suck.
Yeah.
So, like,
okay, next, I think Amy loses this. I think Amy loses twice, and then Amy goes the one after. I think Scott goes first, and then Amy. I know we all like Scott, but I think Scott being an early boot and coming back in Redemption just fucking dominating would be actually a really good storyline for him.
true.
I honestly don't get the appeal of Scott. Like, I've never liked him very much.
I like Scott, but I don't like him as much as some of the other villains. I think he's like my third villain.
I liked him as a villain because he was different. And he added something really different.
He was a good villain because he was so hateable.
He was also funny at points. So
yeah. So Stacy, Scott, Amy. I think because Amy crashes and burns, everyone's just like, "Fuck, we're done with you. Get out."
Alright, am I writing this down then?
Yeah.
And then Cameron can go.
I think that's what I was thinking. Cameron goes next because Cameron's a former winner.
Well, why does Scott go? Do we have like stupid Scott or like kind of smart Scott?
Scott tries to be smart, but
because if Scott goes because people hate him, then he could be a really good bomb to drop later on, like bringing him back or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
True.
Or maybe we just bring back someone random like Zoe who goes really far. Like they almost brought Beth back.
That's a good bomb because everyone dump him early.
It's like a Zoe.
Yeah,
I think Zoe would be a great candidate to bring back. So you can't exactly get rid of her immediately. She's too likable. Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? You bring back someone like a Sky or a Zoe who actually goes, and like, we'll see what we get, right? But like someone like that who's already somewhat of an all-star, who comes back and then still goes far again, like kind of establishing them as a more of an all-star player, so we don't have to bring them back in like Redemption. Just do that.
Yeah.
So you could bring Sky as like a challenge beast.
Yeah,
the merge
that's
out
what
of
I'm thinking.
nowhere. Or you
That's
could
what
do
I'm
like
thinking.
Scott as a social game, sort of like manipulating.
Okay, so back to the elimination.
Depends what approach you want to go.
Stacey, Scott, Amy, Cameron, and then who else?
After that, I'm thinking. I don't think Lightning goes next. I will really think Joe's team would just dominate. I really do.
Okay,
I'm looking at this. I'm looking. I don't think Dakota.
You only got rid of Cameron from the middle team. Like, then you have to kind of like balance it out. So
Yeah.
Beardo can go, honestly.
The only thing I really don't want to. Yeah, actually, Beardo. I like Beardo. I think he has some potential, but
If he
getting
goes for 5 episodes, it's honestly fine.
That's not bad.
Yeah. The beat.
So Beardo next then.
Yeah, Beardo goes next.
If you want Team 3 to really burn, then you could do a Team 3 person next, and then another 2.
I don't know. I really want Amy to crash and burn. That's my opinion. And she goes and actually start doing kind of well.
What about Sean?
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Sean go kind of early?
Do you think Sean goes early? Do you want Sean going early?
After Beardo?
Sean's on Team 3 though, so if you want him to do well after Amy goes, you might want him.
I don't think we get rid of Sean yet. I think Sean is a pre-merge boot though.
Yeah. But you might want to save him.
Why not have Joe cut Lightning?
I'd prefer it, I think, if they like worked together and like, they were a thing and they lasted.
Well, here's the thing, right? No, I'm thinking like here's what I'm thinking. Joe and Lightning do work together early on, but then like their egos clash, and Joe's like, "No, I'm done with you. I'm gonna cut you now. Cut my losses."
Pre-merge.
Okay, we're talking about these guys. What about Ella? What does Ella do?
I think Ella I think Sugar actually warms up to Ella, and they work together.
Sugar warms up to her, and then Ella's like, nah, and then yeets her.
No, I think Sugar should be the villain this season, honestly.
I feel like Joe.
I think Sugar and Joe should clash, and then like at the merge, Sugar gets rid of Joe, and like gets Max. It's like Max. I think Sugar's a better one. I don't know, but Sugar's like goes early in our Pahkitew,
so if we come to a decision after Beardo then.
Yeah, but we're gonna go Lightning. Joe's gonna cut her losses because Lightning's too much of an ego to handle.
Interesting.
So, after that, can we get rid of like what does Jasmine do this season?
I thought her and Sammy be a good plotline together.
Because we've done
Jasmine's.
Guys.
No, Sean.
Do
Sean.
We did like 3 guys already, so she did.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We did 4 in a row. Who cares?
So Sean then.
Yeah, we'll do Sean because Sean should be a pre-merge boot.
So we've had someone from Team 2 would have to go next.
Yes, Team 2.
So far we've
I'm
had
thinking
three
Ella.
from the other ones.
I know Pat's not going to enjoy this, but I really think Ella would be a good cut here. Sugar realizes that she can't control Ella like she kind of seems like she could do.
What if Ella makes it far though, and then ends up being the one to beat Sugar if we go Sugar as main villain? Because I feel like that'd be the way to go.
Cut Sammy, because Sammy won't see him. Yeah, Sammy. We'll cut Sammy. Let's go Beardo and then Sammy, and then go Lightning and Sean.
Yeah, Sammy can go.
Sammy can go here. Sammy can go after Beardo.
Yeah.
Right? So that means it would go Stacy, Scott, Amy, Cameron, Beardo, Sammy, Lightning, Sean.
That makes sense.
I think that works. Topher?
When do we merge?
Well, how many people are gone now? 1, 2,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8.
Yeah,
that's a huge merge.
You'd go.
Merge. I think we go 2 more. We need to cut 2 more.
Yeah. Okay. So
2 more, and that's an 11-person merge. Well, there's 7 on each team at this point. 2 teams are down to 4, and 1 team's down to 5.
Why not make Rodney be the right before merge boot again? And then just have him beast an island and go close to get to the end.
I like that.
Redemption Island. I think that's a good idea. So we need to find someone to go before him, though, because we're not at the merge yet.
Yeah.
What is B doing?
So
B and Dawn are like a pair.
Yeah, but like how are
they could be like a power couple up.
They'd be like a power pair. I'm also thinking Topher. I'm really thinking Topher here. Or
yeah, this would bring a team down to 3 people.
Yeah, and then we go Rodney and then we go merge. So that's
Topher, Rodney merge.
Topher, Rodney merge.
Rodney merge. Okay, going to merge. Okay, someone just asked, what would Brick be doing? Brick, I really see as a power, like Jasmine and Brick as a pair, like a leadership pair.
I'd like to see.
That would be interesting.
I'd like to see Jasmine and Brick just like completely being like morale, just doing like
the morale boosters.
Nice people.
Really likable. And it's like a Brick, Ella, Jasmine like trio.
I wonder how Ella would get eliminated on that team though.
She'd be so underestimated. It's the only reason I can. And it's like World Tour, so you're seeing. So Ella's like. Our merge E's are Joe, Max, Dave, and Maria from Team 1. From Team 2, we have Sugar, Brick, Ella, and Jasmine. And from Team 3, we have Dawn, B, and Dakota.
Okay.
Cool, thanks. I can't write that fast.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I can figure it out anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, okay, here's where I think Sugar instantly becomes the big villain here. She gets Max and Anne-Marie to flip on Joe.
And Joe gets the big.
And then she pulls Dawn and B and Dakota to vote out Joe, so Joe would be the merge boot.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we got Joe as merge boot.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is Dave doing right now?
Dave's like.
Dave's just kind of chilling in his own.
Dave's
plot,
like. I don't think he's floating. I think. Okay, I remember in Redemption there was like this guy that like no one would see as a challenge beast. What if Dave became like some sort of like.
Actually, I was gonna say I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
Or like he's not, he kind of scared everything, or in Pahkitew, and now he just becomes like a beast. Because like he's
survivor, I find really.
Well, here's the thing: he like starts going on about like, employing a meat shield strategy and just sitting behind all the threats. Well, in reality, he's the biggest threat. He's kind of puppeteering everyone.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of doing his own plot, getting over Sky and stuff, and then boom, challenge based David's style.
It's like, Sky's not here yet.
Like once he gets over it.
Boom. He's shown you can do challenges like in Pahkitew where you got second in the eating challenge or whatnot.
Yeah, no, Dave is confident. Dave is a confident challenge player. Okay. Next up, who goes out after Joe? Do you think this is a good time to get rid of Dakota?
Yeah, because Dakota wouldn't be doing stuff.
Yeah, we haven't really said anything that Dakota would actually be doing.
Dakota's coming off from mutinizing.
Yeah, so I figure that's kind of her plot, but...
I feel like you could take Dakota out here as, like, being a major... oh, wait. Who comes back at merge? Fuck, who's the merge returnee?
Why did I write down Sean as being in the merge?
Actually, Sky is perfect, because if you've got Dave going through I am getting over Sky...
Yes.
Yes,
and then he out-challenged
Sky is returning.
That's really cool.
Sky is the returnee.
Yeah.
And that actually helps Dave, too.
She comes back after Joe, then, or...
Honestly,
no, she comes right at merge.
That's a good
She comes back
idea.
right at merge.
Right at merge.
Yeah. So Sky returns and Joe is out.
Okay.
Joe gets eliminated by Sky challenge
By
based.
Sugar flips Anne Marie and Max to her side.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Then no. Okay. Sugar has Max and Anne Marie in her pocket, basically. I wouldn't say Anne Marie, but she definitely has Max in her pocket.
Max
right.
is the pawn. Maybe Anne Maria can do something to her later.
Well, how long does Sky hang around?
Maybe. Ooh. Hear me on this. Maybe someone like Dawn gets targeted, and Dakota kind of maybe I fulfilled my purpose on this show. I want to quit, and saves Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
That was. Do you think we should do that?
Wait, who does it?
Maybe.
Let's have Dawn. Okay, Dakota maybe bonds with Dawn here.
Dakota and Dawn.
And Dawn gets
because Dawn would be like, hey,
Dawn
Dakota,
gets targeted.
Great, and
Dawn gets targeted. Let's say B wins immunity. Dawn gets targeted. So Dakota's like, no, I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna go instead of Dawn. I'm gonna be sacrificing yourself.
Honestly, the plot with Dakota, since we didn't really talk about it, is her and Dawn being friends because Dawn's interested in her after not being a mutant.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
That's a cool idea then. If that.
Yeah, Dakota sacrifices herself at 11th place.
Yeah, because Sugar and the gang targeting Dawn once B has immunity could be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dawn and B are still in the game, except they're the only players left from the teams that are kind of outnumbered. So they go searching for an alliance. Whose alliance do they find? They find Brick, Ella, and Jasmine. So at this point, it'd be a 5v.
Brick, Ella, and Jasmine as a third.
Yeah. So it'd be a 5v5 because I think Dave and Sky would stick with Sugar, Max, and Anne Maria.
I feel like Dave would be a lone wolf.
Sky returns.
Lone wolf.
Right? Sky would pull Dave to their side, and this is where Anne Maria goes.
Okay.
They vote out Anne Maria being a challenge threat because maybe Anne Maria wins the immunity that Joe on the episode that Joe gets booted.
And
so it's Anne Maria's proven that she can win.
All of a sudden, who comes busting through the door but Duncan?
No.
Duncan just comes back at merge.
He's hey, I'm back for merge.
Yeah. And no, I think Anne Maria being targeted for being a challenge threat, despite Sugar being devious, would be actually a good idea.
Yeah.
So it would be another alliance against Sugar, Max, and Anne Maria.
Yeah, because that one is an odd number of people, so you can have Sky make Dave the swing vote to get Anne Maria going.
Yeah.
And then at that point,
I think they go after Max next. Here's what I think. I think they go after Max next. Sugar, let's say Sugar wins immunity. I think they pick off that alliance, and then Sugar turns Dave, Sky. They turn them, and then Sugar tries to turn them against each other. And here, it's right. So it's Dave, Sky, Brick, Ella, Jasmine, Dawn, and B. It's an alliance of 7 versus Sugar. Because in one Survivor season, it was
actually, I might have been.
Anyways, that's what I'm thinking with Sugar. Except Sugar's Mike was liked, Sugar is not. So everyone's hating that Sugar's winning immunity, but they can't do anything about it. So it goes Anne Maria then Max. And then here's what I think. I think they turn on. Who would they turn on? I think they turn on Dawn and B.
Basically.
Well, what if so Sugar loses Max? Is that what we were saying?
Yes. Yeah. After Anne Maria, she loses Max. Then she goes on immunity streak.
She gets Dave to vote out Sky. Then at that point, and that's a platform to dismantle the rest of them.
No, I'm thinking since Sugar was me, I think because the Pahkitew 4 with Brick will vote out Dawn and B next.
Yeah. Well, because if Sugar starts winning multiple immunities in a row, it kind of throws off the whole Dave thing.
Dave being a challenge beast.
Well, here's what I think. Oh yeah, it's true.
So I reckon using Dave to get out Sky could be her way into.
I think here's what I think. I think B goes next. She gets Dave to turn on Sky. Actually, no, maybe Jasmine. I think Jasmine would be an easier sell.
Basically, because she doesn't actually.
She gets Brick. I think she gets Dave and Sky to turn on Jasmine, and gets Dawn to join in. And it'd be since there's 7 people left. I think Dave, Sky, Dawn.
Oh yeah, there's 7 at this point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we go B after Max, and then Sugar gets Dave to go against Jasmine. Right.
Wait, so how do we get... Wait, so I'm a little lost here, so...
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Sugar wins immunity. They'd say that since B and Dawn are kind of like on the bottom of the totem pole, right?
Okay.
They vote out B as the strongest one of the two, so they vote out B. B goes next.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now everyone's like, okay, Dawn's probably going to go next. If Sugar wins immunity, if Sugar doesn't win, Sugar's gone. Sugar wins immunity.
And that's when Sky goes.
No, it's when Jasmine goes. Cause I think I don't think you can sell Dave on getting Sky out, but you can sell on getting Jasmine out. You get Dave and Sky to vote out Jasmine.
Out, like right after, because Sky can't get the finale or anything like that.
She's technically 5th in our Pahkitew season. She is eligible for a finale.
Yeah, but the returner winning.
Yeah, you can't have her return.
Yeah, no, she can't get to the finale, but she can at least get to like top 5. That's not stupid. That's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Because this isn't some Duncan bullshit. This isn't some Duncan bullshit. It's kind of like legitimate and fair. Actually, she gets Dave and Sky to go against Jasmine. She gets Dawn the flip because B's gone. That's 4 votes. And then versus who? Jasmine, Ella, and Brick.
Sure.
So it'd be 4-3. So then Jasmine goes next.
Yeah.
Again at final 7.
So the final 6 here: Dave, Sugar, Brick, Ella, Dawn, Sky.
Yes.
I want to bring up that we have spoken about 3 characters being cool because they're challenge beasts.
No, I think...
And so far we've only stuck with Sugar being the challenge beast.
Here's what I'm thinking. We said Anne Maria, Sugar, and Dave. I think Anne Maria winning the first challenge makes you think. Or actually, no.
It would just be
having
something for her.
I think
Anne Maria wins the first one, and then...
I don't know.
I think Anne Maria is a target, and
I
then
do like the idea of Dave being like a secret.
Why not have Sugar go next, and then Dave actually turns it on at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sugar's used Dave in the last, was it 2 votes? So then
Sugar goes next, and then Dave starts going, and then I think it's like Brick and Ella decide to work with Dawn to get rid of Dave and Sky. Dave goes on a mean streak. Sky goes next at 5th,
and then Dave
wins again. I think Brick and Ella turn on Dawn. Dawn goes next. And it's the final 3, Dave, Brick, and Ella.
Dave can go, no. Ella? No.
Brick sacrifices himself for Ella like he did in
Brick. Yeah, Brick would be
Brick would go 3rd, and then I think... Do we want Dave to win?
I think based on what we're going on about here, I think he'd be worthy.
Okay, so I'm going to post it. This is what I got. I have posted
Ella getting the final 2, though, that'd be tricky to...
I think
it works logistically, but like plot-wise,
I think you can finagle it
to work out.
I definitely
possible, but
Dave works really well as a finalist.
Yeah, based on like what we got him doing here.
Based on what we've had him doing.
Yeah, I really like that.
Honestly, I really like the idea of bringing Sky back. Honestly, just opens up so much potential for stories, because you could kind of like obviously, you know, with the fans not really liking Sky as much for the most part, you could kind of like
she could actually
make her
kind of
you could kind of make her almost like a pseudo villain, kind of not a villain entirely, but more.
No, I really
anti-hero.
I really like this order.
This is based on the assumption of the other hypothetical one, right?
Oh, the hypothetical Pahkitew Island order, yes. Because if this was based on the original, Amy would probably get farther.
Yeah,
and Sam would get farther. But this isn't. This is based on the Pahkitew Island hypothetical, which I will also. Yeah. This is based on the Pahkitew Island hypothetical, so this is why Amy and Sammy are lower than me.
That moment
probably should be.
Dogs be borking.
So, do we want to build a Redemption Island cast?